Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Azim Suhaimy, and today me and my fellow members will present on our group assignment for the subject of vehicle suspension system. So for this presentation, it will be consisting of three parts. The first part is literature review of three different research paper or journal. The second part is the comparison between three different vehicles for different manufacturer and different car segment. And finally, for the third part, it is a purpose for new suspension system for electric vehicle. So we move on for the first part, and for the first literature review, the research paper is titled Review on Active Suspension System on 2018 by Izzuddin Fahmi Muhammad Ridwan. So it is a general review of all type of suspension system that can be found on most vehicle based on the past research. So based on the published investigation by previous researcher, the various type of automatic suspension system has been classified in terms of cost, weight, structure, reliability, ride comfortability, dynamic and handling performance has been compared to determine which one is preferred to call the best one to be implemented in the future of the automotive industry. So in the end, the electromagnetic suspension system has been selected as the pioneer for the future tendency of automatic suspension design due to its regeneration, not complex structure, high bandwidth function, flexible and accurate control, good ride quality as well as handling performance. So you can see in this table, it shows all the comparison that has been made for the all four different type of suspension, which is passive suspension, semi-active suspension, hydraulic or pneumatic active suspension, and then electromagnetic active suspension. Next, other than that, the research paper also shows some recent innovation on vehicle suspension system such as electromagnetic suspension, hydraulic roll control suspension, and finally active curve tilting suspension.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zairy bin Jamaludin, and I am going to present about the literature review number 2, which is Intelligent System of the Vehicle's Suspension by Dimitri Yerlin. This research is based on a general review because the author only explained how this improved version of the suspension system works and its component. It outlined the trend in the creation of the active suspension system, the parts that may be adjusted that are incorporated into them, and the business that have been successful in creating such system. It also reflects the issue of how active systems affect vehicle safety and how crucial they are for the driver. The most popular category of active components are being explained, examined, and contrasted for their benefit and drawback. A brief critique of this journal is that the author does not emphasize on where this new idea or the upgraded version of the system originate from. This is the example of the active suspension system. The first one is adjusted spring element of the suspension, and the right one is the adjustable damping element of the suspension. This is the adjustable system of a car roll stabilization, and the last one is adjustable system of suspension arms. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
My name is Ahmad Abdullah bin Muhammad, and I will present on third literature review, titled Exploring Smart Tires as a Tool to Assist Safe Driving and Monitor Tire Road Friction, by Maria Pomoni, 2022. Smart tires embedded with sensors can be used to monitor roadway friction levels in real-time information and proper alerts to improve drivers' behavior while traveling. The information provided by the smart sensor, such as tire inflation pressure and damage to groove. Sensor embedded in tires can be used as a diagnostic tools for both vehicle and infrastructure components of a tire pavement interaction system. findings of this thesis are to obtain data for tire road friction. The friction circle concept of tire friction forces is one of the most commonly used tools for understanding how tires interact with the road surface. Friction appears as the resistive force that enables to control skidding action along the pavement. Besides that, the finding of this thesis are friction and pavement texture components. Pavement texture contributes to friction through the mechanisms of hysteresis and adhesion. Two basic texture components are known to affect friction development, namely macrotexture and microtexture. The next finding of this thesis are weather effects on tire rod friction. During dry season, tire rod friction is lower due to surface contamination, fine dust, clay, loose gravel, vehicle oil, etc. that are deposited on the road surface and come in contact with the external grooves. Instance rainfall can be followed by an increase in the provided friction level because contaminants are washed and cleaned from the road surface. Okay, that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Akalil Ahmad, and today I'm gonna present about comparison of three vehicle suspension systems for different car segments from different manufacturers. So as you can see, these are the three car segments that are available currently at the market. We have car segment A, which is Prodwa Azia SE, car segment B, Honda Civic RS, and car segment C, Toyota Velfire, which is the best model. So the year of manufacture for Azia is 2019, while the Honda Civic and Toyota Velfire is 2022. So the price range is for Azia is approximate of 40,000 ringgit, and for Honda Civic is 150,000 ringgit, and for Toyota Velfire is 400,000 ringgit. So the type of suspension for each of the car is McPherson strut for all the car segment, which is the Prodwa Azia, Honda Civic, and Toyota Velfire. And for the rear, torsion beam is used at Prodwa Azia, multi-link for Honda Civic, and lastly double wishbone for Toyota Velfire. So the tire size for Prodwa Azia is 175/60R15 front and rear. For Honda Civic 235/40R18, and lastly 225/60R17 for Toyota Velfire. So these are the example of suspension. The first one is McPherson strut suspension on the left, and then the middle one is torsion beam suspension. The next is multi-link suspension, and finally we have double wishbone suspension. So we move on to the next person. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Zulkarnain. So today I would like to present about advanced suspension system. So I choose the magnetic suspension system. Out of all the research and comparison that has been made, it can be seen the current trend of the vehicle suspension system is going towards the application of electronic components such as ECU, sensor, and actuator. Thus, magnetic technologies can be applied to create a suspension system for electric vehicle (EV), due to its long-lasting durability and also least complex mechanism when compared with other active suspension. Alternative vehicle suspension system such as magnetic suspension system use magnetically controlled damper or shock absorber to provide a smooth ride that is very adaptable. So as you can see, this the below is the layout for the magnetic suspension system. So they have the control unit, travel sensor, and meteorological damper. So 4 monotube damper filled with meteorological MR fluid, one on each wheel of the vehicle, a sensor array, and the ECU serve as the basic component of magnetic suspension system. Each damper features a piston with a cross section that includes 2 electric coils and 2 tiny fluid passageway. The coil can generate a changing magnetic field proportional to the amount of current that flows through them. A meteorological MR fluid instead of the standard oil is used in the shock absorber piston of the magnetic suspension system. A magnetic field is created when a voltage is applied to the piston coil using a control unit pulse, which align the magnetic particle in the magnetic fluid in a direction that is transverse to direction of the fluid flow. As a result, restrict the flow through the piston hole. In comparison to traditional adaptive damper, the magnetic suspension system responds much faster. So this is an advantage for magnetic suspension. You can adjust the damping characteristic to the road state and the driver gear shifting habit in fraction of a second because it is continuously adapting system. So another advantage for magnetic is help with braking and acceleration when turning quickly at high speed and on rough road surface. So the disadvantages for the magnetic suspension is the main is high cost and need for routine oil change because the oil might thicken after the prolonged use. So other slide I will pass to next presenter. Thank you for me. Bye. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you.